Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to my Sunday live stream. I'm starting a little earlier than I normally do, but I'm still late, if that makes any sense. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, the clock in my bathroom has slowed down, so I need to change the battery. But I thought I had like 10 minutes, and I'm 10 minutes behind now. I was, just getting ready for the stream, combing my hair and stuff, and stop. Sorry, Ellie's here. And not an excuse really, because I got clocks everywhere else. But when you start to get ready, I don't know, it can take a while sometimes, longer than I thought. Um, but anyhow, it's good to see everyone. Let's see who's here. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we talk about photography. I answer any questions I can. For anybody that's new here, um, I do my best to help you with your photography. And then we just talk about catching up, what's been going on this week. Ellie, and Ellie's been joining me the last couple of streams. She's a little distraction sometimes. But hey, Thomas, good to see you. Uh, Ellie, it's like the heater's not warm enough or something, so she's trying to hit the buttons on the space heater. Because it was like 55 degrees in my room, or in my house, this office. Now it's 59, so we're getting there. Um, Let's see. Plato's here. David Crooks, good to see you. I saw you had two new photo walks set up, so I signed up for those in January. A little bit of a gap here between December and January, though, but I think the ones coming in January, we're going to do Shenandoah Mountains and then some other park in Woodbridge I've never been to. It has this long, what do you call it, a boardwalk, right? So I'll bring my long lens because it doesn't look like there's a lot of walking area, but I've never been there before, so we'll see. David Tellick, good to see you. And Paul Solaru, good to see you. It's off to be fun. Is this our Christmas party stream? Oh, is it? It's Christmas this week. So much has been going on the last couple of days that I totally forgot. And I already finished my Christmas shopping. The last two things will come in today, hopefully. Um, and I may not need, well, anyway, they're going to come in today. One might be just for myself. Unless I see this other person, then I'll give it to them. But if I don't see them this year, I got an extra gift for myself. Let's see. John Yutze and Leon, good to see you. Oh, you got your grip. Awesome. Yeah, I removed the side bracket too. I removed the side bracket on most of my grips. Like even my Panasonic, I put the bottom. This is just a simple L bracket, a universal one, but I took the side thing off. I always like to protect the bottom of the camera and also the thread mount. It just makes it a little stronger so you don't have those broken, shoe mount or tripod mount holes that you see all the time. Not just on the M5 Mark III, but any camera really. Um, and let's see, wow, you guys are guessing what time I'm going to show up today. Well, I don't know. I think it was 9:11 or 9:12. It's already 9:15. Oh, wow. So like half the stream's over and I haven't even like started yet. Joe Ginatello, good to see you. Jeff Painter, Steve G, Scott Mumford, David Carrion. Wow, new ones, new names here. Verona I've seen before, more recently. And Joe is very new. I don't think I've seen you. Phil, I think I've seen once or twice before. And Casper, hi, good to see you. So yeah, it is Christmas this week. And I got well, I better not say, they might be watching, but I got my nephews some cool gifts that I think they'll like. Um, and they have some meaning, at least, in our family. So anybody getting the new Laowa 10mm f2 for Christmas? I saw the reviews from Peter and Jimmy. What? Come here. Hold on. Hey. What did you eat? She ate the, you know, I got, hey! Where is it? Don't eat that. Dang it. I gotta be careful. She, you know, these HDMI cables, they come with little caps. And one of them fell on the floor. And she, you know, plastic, she just loves to chew on plastic, you know. I think she ate it though, because I can't find it now. Hopefully it'll pass through. It's only this big, but still. Sorry, baby, I love you. I know. It's okay. Yes. Say hi to everybody. Say hi over there. Look at me, Ellie. Look, are you still eating it? Look over there. Look over there. Look. She thinks I want to play now because I'm telling her to go get stuff, right? Get down. Go to bed. Go to bed. Oh. So yeah, I think she ate it though because I can't find it now. Stop it. Oh, there it is. I got to get it off the floor. Hold on. This is what she was clawing at. But I don't think this is, I mean, it's wet, but it's not crunchy like the sound I was hearing. What she had before was crunchy. This is a rubber cap to something. Well, oh, never work with children and animals. Ain't that the truth? Okay, I need to chill just for a second. It's nice and warm now. I feel good. 61 degrees. I might have to turn the heater off. Of course, I know I'm kind of used to it now, but Ellie might be cold. Okay. Yeah, Ellie's good to have around though. Right, come here, baby. Go to bed. She wants to sit by the space heater instead of by me because it's, you know, obviously much warmer over there. Stephen Page, good to see you. Anyhow, what? See, this is why I got these dark circles and puffy bags under my eyes. Because she's always licking my hands, and then I rub my eyes, and then this is what happens. So I'm like on 3 different allergies things. I'm trying to reduce it down to 2 because I heard that, you know, well, one doctor told me take as few pills as you can because they all go through your liver. And my liver's not all that great, thanks to my college days. Just leave it at that. Ah. And then Dave says, I didn't know there really is a 6 a.m. West Coast until I blundered. Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry. For you guys out in California, this is super early, right? But I think most of us get up pretty early as photographers. You know, we like that morning light. And, you know, I've never really taken advantage of the morning light until I went out, joined the photo club. Because, you know, I was always a 9 or 10 o'clock kind of person, get ready for the day, not 5 a.m. kind of get ready for the day person. And when I started going out on these trips, I just was so amazed how beautiful it is in the morning, the light. And then by 9, 10 o'clock, you know, a couple hours after sunset, it's pretty much over, relatively speaking. But I used to go all the time in the middle of the day and do photography. And I didn't realize what I was missing by these early mornings. And, you know, you kind of try to shoot for the sunsets. Uh, but the problem is in this area, um, the traffic is so horrendous around sunset, rush hour. It starts around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you're in California, you're familiar with this, right? Or New York, I guess. I don't know about New York, but uh, all the way until about 8 o'clock at night, it's almost gridlock. It picks up around 2:30, and then 7:30, it starts to trim down a little bit. And then by 8 o'clock, you're usually okay. Unless there was an accident, then yeah, forget it. So sunsets are hard in this area logistically because of the traffic. So unless you plan your day to go out, you know, it's not like I'm sitting at home at 5 o'clock in the evening and say, okay, I'm going to head out to go get some sunset pictures. It doesn't work like that. You have to like plan your whole day around the traffic to, if you want to go at like sunrise, sunset. Sunrise is a little easier to deal with because you can go on the weekends. Not many people get up early. Not many. A lot of people come out for the sunset, but sunrise, yeah, it's pretty tame. So even on the weekends, you can go and sunrise. But during the week, sunrise is still not too bad. Traffic's not too bad at 6 a.m. But by 8 a.m., yeah, it's over. So you have to, you know, you can usually get sunrise pictures any day of the week, but sunset is hard 7 days a week. Um, oh, Jose, you got 2 kids, huh? Yeah, I don't have any kids. Just Ellie, you know, like Thomas is saying. Um, oh, Thomas, you've been to Leesylvania. That when you lived, where are you living now? You're not in Virginia anymore. There was another person. They bought me some coffee the other day, and they said they're also in Northern Virginia. So if you're here, it's Fasali's. Well, I don't want to mess up the name because I don't have it right in front of me. So it'll be even worse. But said you were in Northern Virginia. You should join our photography club here, run by David Crooks. It's on meetup.com. I think if you just search for his name, David Crooks Photo Club, you'll see it. Half the people in the club are named David, not on purpose, but it just worked out that way. Yeah, Dave says the best part is first and last hour of the sun at horizon. Makes great shadows, not harsh. Yeah. Yeah, it's really beautiful. And I noticed driving along the Beltway, you know, our main highway here, the buildings in Tyson's Corner, the way the light hits those buildings in the morning, because a lot of the buildings are all glass and they're all glittery, you know, they're beautiful. They're relatively new. And it's amazing. You know, one of these mornings I'm going to go out and get shots of that. And John Follows is asking, how is the frozen lens doing? You'd still be crying if you'd done that. Yeah. I put it in a refrigerator because that's really like a dehydrator, right? And you know, I put it on the top shelf. Maybe I should put it on the bottom shelf. I don't know. It might be too cold on the bottom. But so I had the lens face down. You know, I don't know, the back of the lens. I gotta talk about this piece of crap lens. I'm making a video on this lens. Anyway, I had it face down like this, right? Mount on the bottom. So most of the water, loose water, has drained out. Because there was a little time when I would turn the lens this way and the front element would just fill up with water. And I kept shaking it, and I turn it, you know, so it's pretty weather sealed. uh, so I had the lens this way for the last couple of days since the last stream, and now I've turned it around this way because now water's not coming all the way back down. I'll have to check. I just turned it this morning, rotated it, kind of like your mechanical watches. You got to rotate them every now and then. But the front and rear elements are still totally fogged up and have water drops on them. So even when the lens dries out, I'm going to have water spots all over every lens element inside the lens. I'm assuming, you know, because the you know, the rain here is not clean. It's very dirty air here. So I imagine the water that got inside was very contaminated. But anyhow, yeah, that's the status of that lens. I mean, fortunately, it's only a lens I really used for video and occasionally for photography. I much prefer, if I need a fast lens, to use a prime or just use my kit lenses because they're very small, lightweight for photo walks and things. But I used it, I bought originally professionally for my video work. And wow, 14,000 feet, huh, Dave? Mount Whitney. Yeah, God, California is really beautiful. I mean, if it wasn't for the fires and mudslides and earthquakes and uh, whatever else happens out there, it's beautiful. And John Matthews, hello, and Marco, good to see you. And Nature is here, good. You're not late. I just started a few minutes ago. And multitasking, trying out flies while listening in. Oh, trout flies. Oh, you're fishing. Wow. That's cool. Dick Merton. Good to have you in the stream, even if you're multitasking. That's another new name. You're gonna have to watch a previous stream to hear that story. Yeah. It's just I'm an idiot, you know. I was testing this $92 lens, and I took the pro lens off to put this lens on, and I put the pro lens down on a picnic table and I forgot about it. And in one day, the one day I leave my lens outside, we have a snowstorm, winter storm. So rain, sleet, snow for a full 24 hours. And then when I went out the next day to finish doing my review on this lens, I saw my 12 to 40 sitting on the table face up like this with the mount like this. So the rain just poured in this way. So that's what happened. Just so stupid, and it's 500 bucks used to replace, which I may not do it. I think I'll just do without. As nice as that lens is, I've spent way too much money this year. And have gravity, will travel. I know. I've been really good about not dropping my cameras. I did drop my flash yesterday and the radio trigger for it because I was practicing, you know, I was testing out portrait work with that lens. And Seraphin says, my 6x6 foot safe has, wow, that's a big ass safe, has a device in it for keeping everything dry and rust away, and that's where I keep cameras, equipment, and stuff, right? And it might help for your lenses. You could always send it and try it. Oh, no, like I said, my refrigerator will dehydrate it for the most part. I know all the fruits and vegetables dry out when I stick them in the fridge, so I think once the bulk of the moisture is out of the lens, meaning I don't see any more water drops inside. What I might do is put it in a coffee can full of silica packets and seal it, and then let it sit in there for another week. It's going to take probably a couple of weeks for that thing to dry out, because it is a weather sealed lens, so it's taking forever for the water to get out, the humidity. Nature says, I spent all my money which I saved from canceled trips on the new EM1X. Yeah, that's good. That's money well spent. Um, I mean, I wouldn't mind having an EM1X. I just can't drop whatever the price is, even if it's $1,000. I just not going to drop that on a camera I'll hardly use. But if somebody gave me one, you know, uh, sure. But could you try putting a fan onto it? No, that wouldn't make any difference. The only thing a fan will do is blow dust inside the lens if any air circulation gets in there. So yeah, I don't want to use a fan. If I had a HEPA filter type fan inside, I'm sure there's professional ways to dry out a lens. Like if I sent it to Olympus, they might be able to do something. But I want it to dry out completely, and then test it on the camera and see if the electronics even still work. Because the lens froze. It was full of water and frozen, so I'm afraid that the expansion of the ice inside the lens may have misaligned the lenses at the very least, and at the worst, it destroyed all the electronics and everything too. The way how ice expands. So I think the lens is totaled. It's a total loss. But I'm gonna give it every chance I can. Best case scenario, the thing dries out completely and there's no water stains inside, and I mount it on the camera and it works just like it did before the incident. But I seriously doubt it. But if it does, we'll know in a couple of weeks. So I'll keep you guys posted on it. What happens? Um, I should have took pictures of it when I got it out of the ice, right? Um, because it was stuck to the table a little bit when I took it. I mean, it wasn't like I didn't have to take it out with an ice pick, but when I picked it up, there was a little resistance, right? Like like that. And then inside the lens on the front element was all ice, and you couldn't see through it. It was just, and then I brought it in the house, and most of the ice had melted, and then I could zoom in and out because the zoom was locked too. Put the lens in rice. Yeah, like I said, I got silica packets that I can drop it into. I bought a whole bag of silica packets, a while ago, and I kept them sealed inside of a jar so they wouldn't go bad. So I'm going to try that next after I get most of the humidity out in the refrigerator. Yes, we have WD-40 here. Definitely. Why? Put the lens in the NASA centrifuge. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it should, I wonder if I could rig some kind of mini centrifuge. Nah, it's not worth it. But if the lens is ruined, I'll take it apart and show you guys online what's inside. That'll be kind of fun, right? But right now, I don't know. I'm I'm reaching for that tiny bit of hope, that it might still work after it's dried out. Oh, WD equals water displacement. I didn't know that. Is that why they call it WD? So much I don't know. There's an annoying insect among us. Oh, wow. Get a fly swatter. I got a mouse. I don't know how many, but I've seen this one mouse. I assume it's the same one. It may not be. A few months ago. And so I went out and I bought mouse poison, right? They come in these little boxes, and you just kind of put them in different places. I have to put them in places that my dog can't get to. And for up until this week, for the last 2 months, they didn't touch it, but I didn't see any mice, right? All right, you know, there's this one mouse that just, you know, right around 8 or 9 o'clock at night, right when I'm going to bed, runs across the kitchen floor into the hallway, and then I can't see him. And Ellie is useless. I can't believe she, you know, she can't see it or hear it. I don't know what it is. You know, that's why I wish I could have a cat too, but Ellie would kill the cat, definitely. So I but the other night, well, 2 nights ago, I thought I saw it. I thought I saw it because, you know, you get that little whisk in your, you know, whisk of motion. You catch something and you look and it's not there. And then last night I saw it, but it was very, very, relatively speaking, it was very lethargic because I could walk right up to it and it would just kind of move over, you know, like casually walking around. Before, that mouse would dart everywhere, right? But now it looks like it's just kind of walking around, and it wasn't really avoiding me too much. And it looked a little fatter than the last time I saw it. So it's grown since I last saw it. And I checked the mouse traps, and yeah, sure enough, 2 of the 4 that I had are about a quarter of the way eaten, right? So that would be why he was so lethargic, because you know, the poison, I don't know exactly how it works. It does something to their blood, I guess, make it thinner so they can't get oxygen. So, you know, whatever, however that stuff works. So it was kind of lethargic. So I got these tongs because I said, oh, I'll just pick them up and put them outside, right? Because I don't want Ellie to eat it because it's full of rat poison. So I'm gonna pick, you know, and then when I went to get the tongs, I came back, it disappeared. But I'm sure by now it's dead because, like I said, a lot of the rat poison's been eaten by this one mouse, I assume. So I'll let you guys know my mouse problem. That's why I said it when we had a cat. Well, anyway. It says here, tie the lens to a bike and go riding. Yeah, instant centrifuge. Yes. When you take the lens apart, you will have multiple ant killers. Really? Oh, you mean the lenses? Yeah, like we used to do when I was a kid. I'm a terrible person. I used to do that to ants. But when you're a kid, you don't know, you know, you don't value an insect's life, right? But as a photographer, I think you really value life and everything this world has to offer even more, right? You appreciate it more. So, like this mouse, you know, I wanted to sick Ellie on it, but Ellie was useless. She can't see or hear the mouse for some reason. Because that would be kind of a natural way for a mouse to go, or if I had a cat. So I was a little reluctant to get a trap that just takes them out, you know, that snaps their necks. So I said, and plus that's a little dangerous with Ellie around. So I said, I'll get these little boxes that have the poison inside, and then, you know, it takes them out kind of slowly by just reducing their oxygen. So they just kind of go to sleep. You know, it's kind of a painless way to go. So, you know, so bugs, mice, all living creatures, all living things on Earth, you know, I have a much higher respect for and value for. Uh, you know, partially just getting older, but also because of my photography, right? You just really see the how amazing the Earth is and everything it has to offer. Uh, I should be playing that music that Casey on Camera Conspiracies always plays, you know, and he's always like, it's inside. You have it in you. um, Peanut butter and mouse traps, yes. What kind of tipped me off that I had a mouse back again? Because it wasn't eating any of the food, the rat poison. Because I've been checking it, you know, periodically and nothing until this week. So it's back. But I accidentally left the cover off my butter, right? And I saw a little corner of the butter kind of like scrapes on it. So it didn't like butter apparently. I buy no salt butter. So I said, that's an odd place for butter to have scratches on it, you know? Because, you know, a knife makes a very distinct cut. And, you know, my house is so cold, I can leave butter out. It's still solid. um, but, yeah, so I covered, you know, I got rid of the butter and I washed it. But then that's when I started really keeping a close eye out for this mouse. And sure enough, the next day I saw it. And Dick Merton says, I am new to all this and bought an EM5 Mark III. Your video on standard setting was the most useful I've seen. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Dick. I appreciate that. And if you ever have any questions in the live streams, just prefix the question with like an @robtrek so I'll see it. And, or I'll see it easier. And I try to answer all questions. I do my best. I miss them sometimes though, not on purpose, but I do try to answer every question. Ant has called out the block. Is there someone in the forum that shouldn't be? Is that what you guys are trying to say? I don't know. I'm not seeing anything in my chat here, but how often do you rub out your dog? Oh, there's a person here named Ant. I'm sorry. I brush her, you know, every few days. Um, Keeps her coat nice and clean. I need to give her a bath more often, though. Wonder what Olympus would change to fix Rob's lens problem. Would charge. Oh, you know, they'll probably just say it's not worth it and send it back, you know. And I see I see what you guys are talking about. Ant is being a Ant is not being kind here. Let's see. And Nature says just get a free dot site double E for Olympus. Got to set up and try out. Anyone else tried this? Oh no, I only tried it once at a one of those events that Olympus used to have, and they had one there, and I tried. It was pretty cool. I mean, a little dot sight, just like you find on a rifle or something. Um, I bought one, but I broke it before I even got to use it. So, oh, I can try. I don't know how to do that exactly, to be honest. I've never had to do it really. I don't know how to do it. Let me see. Maybe if I go here? I have no idea. Um, yeah, sorry, John. I have no idea. There's no buttons or anything here for me to do it that I can find. Oh, I see. There's a three dots here. I'm so computer illiterate sometimes, and I shouldn't be, right? Okay, maybe that'll work. I don't know. We'll see. Roberto, click his name and I think I got it. Three dots on the right. Oh, thank you, Dave. Yeah, I just saw that. Uh, Stenography is a fan of Olympus. Think he lives near me. Oh yeah, yeah. Um, I haven't watched any of his videos since Thursday when you guys pointed them out to me. I'll have to definitely come back. Oh, okay, soft to be fun. You sent an iPhone Pro Raw. I've had to break down and actually buy. I had to buy an Apple product. I'm so ashamed to admit it, but I didn't have any choice. I'll have to. I don't know if you guys want to hear that story or not, but I had to buy one. I bought not a phone, but I bought one of their tablets called iPad. Yeah, an iPad. I bought an iPad, and um, I mean, I've said it many times before. Apple makes great products, no question. But I have a personal problem with Apple from the 80s that I need to get over, I guess. But I just feel like I sold part of my soul when I bought an Apple product, you know? I don't know why. I shouldn't. Uh, yeah, the sky is falling. Oh, yeah, I bought an iPad. I'll show it to you. It's right in the other room. Yeah, okay, so and I had to buy the stupid keyboard and everything. This is the Logitech one. I haven't even touched it since I bought it. Well, I did. I bought it and the next day I used it and I haven't used it since. So I've had this for a week or so now, maybe 2 weeks. I don't even know how to use it. I have to sit down with Walter. Walter, you know, he's really good with this Apple crap. And whatchamacallit? Um like I got into this app, but I didn't know how to get out of it. I mean, I was able to go back to the home screen and I was able to open other apps. But this one app, I got a couple levels deep into it, a couple of windows deep, right? But I didn't know how to get back out to the first window that this app has. You know, there's no like escape or backspace or I don't know how to back out. It's just, you know, God, I don't even, what, how does this work? Hold on, I haven't used it in about a week or so. But how do you act it? Oh crap, passcode. 6 digits. Ah, there we go. So yeah, this is the iPad Pro 11-inch with 256 gig of RAM, and then I bought the Logitech keyboard for it. And apparently you can use a pen with it, and then it's got this LiDAR type of camera, so you can do 3D spaces and stuff. So it does a lot of great things. Like I said, Apple makes great products. I just uh, I just swore I broke a promise to myself that I would never buy an Apple product ever since that incident in the late 80s. And so you know, that's what hurts the most, is I broke a promise to myself. But the reason I had to get this is because I wanted to start streaming on Amazon, right? Because on Amazon you can promote products and push things, right? You can be very biased on Amazon in terms of what products you want to sell versus, like, when I do streams, like I'm streaming now, or when I do my videos, you know, I'm just a little uncomfortable pushing product, right? I try to uh, tell you the merits of a product, and then you can make it and test it, and you can make a decision for yourself if it's right for you. Um, and plus, you're bombarded with advertising anyway, right? Um, while you're watching the video, so it's kind of, I just feel like it's too much sometimes. So uh, on Amazon, though, there's no advertising other than the Amazon ads at the bottom, which if they buy something, you earn a commission. And Amazon live streaming only works on frickin' Apple. Only Apple. So I started shopping. Oh, my edit stream is 12 hours? I need to fix that. It's supposed to be right after this stream. I'll change it. But they only do Apple, right? You have to use the Amazon live stream app, which is only available on Apple. And I waited a few months. I'm saying they got to come out with Android. Of course, now that I bought an Apple product, you know, they're gonna come out with an Android app, you know, any day now, right? Which would have negated the need for me to buy this frickin' thing. It's kind of like when that show Friends, you know, I got the box set, Blu-ray set, all 10 seasons, and then the very next month Netflix has it on their service. I think they took it off now, but they had it on the very next month after Christmas, you know, because I got a box set for Christmas. And then the very next month, you know, it comes on Netflix, and it kind of negated the need to have the Blu-ray box set. Um, so we'll see. But that's why. Yeah, time to buy Apple stock, right? Anyhow, oh, Rick is here. Hey, how you doing, Rick? Haven't seen you in a long time. And Randy, good to see you. Uh, please, Rob, just do not do a review on the tablet. No, I will not. Serge is asking which model. Yes, the iPad Pro 11 with 256. I don't know if there's more specs to it than that, but it has like the dual cameras, and I don't know if you guys can see that, and the LiDAR. I mean, you know, it's their top spec model, but the smaller size, the 11-inch, because they had a 12.9-inch, which I just rather have something smaller and lighter. You know, hence that's why I shoot Micro Four Thirds. But tablet-wise, this is that's what it is. And Robin Desser here is, your pad, if new, has a version of new version of Apple processor, and it says it's the A12X. I think it's an A12Z. A12Z is the processor in it. The iPad Air has an A14, right? Whatever that is. This one has the A12Z. So it came out, I guess, earlier this year, like in March, April, this particular model. It's good for photo editing with a pen. Could be, yeah. Yeah, the displays are nice. But I have my own pen tablet here, you know, for my laptop that I use. That I actually use that as a monitor when I'm streaming. And it's nice because it's USB powered. This I should do a review on. This is actually useful, and it's not expensive like a freaking iPad Pro. um, I got my mic on. Sorry. I notice you're at it. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Uh, yeah, Seraphin, I prefer Android Windows over everything Apple. Just from a not from a technical standpoint, but just as from a personal experience standpoint, I just cannot deal with Apple. And let me see here. Jeff Painter says Apple products are great, just expensive. And Nature says just started to update my Apple system as Workspace is much faster on this than my Windows. Could be. And I received my 100 to 400 yesterday. Went to take some lake photos, but not very impressed so far. I have lots to learn. Yeah, you should be pretty handy with a long lens though, so I don't think it's your technique because you have the 300 f4 Pro. And that's probably the problem, Randy's. You have like Olympus is probably Olympus's sharpest lens of all the lenses they make. I think the 300 is probably their sharpest from by all accounts. I don't know personally. And then you buy a super zoom entry level glass, not entry level, but you know, it's not pro. Ellie's like falling asleep standing up. She's just sitting there with her eyes closed until now. Now I'm talking about her, but yeah. So yeah, it's going to be hard to be impressed. You're buying it for its versatility, not its optical quality, right? Uh, Rick says the southeast of the UK has just gone into super lockdown, tier 4, which has effectively canceled Christmas. Wow. And Nature says, I access Amazon on both Apple, iPad, iPhone, Windows, laptop, no problem. Yeah, you can access Amazon, but if you want to stream live yourself on Amazon, they only have an Apple app. But I haven't checked in the last week since buying this thing. They probably came out with an Android app right after I buy this freaking Apple thing. Um, but it's been a week since I've turned it on, and the battery's down to 38%. It's been at least a week since I used it, and we're at 33% battery now. So I guess I should charge it. So it has standby time is pretty good, right? Photo editing is scheduled for 10:30 p.m. Yeah, that's not happening. I better fix that now. Dang it. Uh, see. I think I'll make it for 10:30 p.m. What a moron. Let's make it for 11 a.m. because that'll give me some time. I have to make a call. I don't know. I don't know. All right, it's 11 a.m. for now. I have to make a phone call and see if I have to go somewhere. My photo job got postponed till Tuesday, Wednesday, because it's raining today. So fortunately, you know, with this property, I have the luxury to kind of push it off till the weather's nicer. So I'm not going to do that. But thank God I got at least one job this month. Really, not even a big job, just a tiny little condo. But it's something, right? Something to add to my portfolio and a tiny bit to my income, just to round out the year. It's just been that kind of year this year. Um, there's a Watch some YouTube vids. Rare review on the Mac Mini. I don't even know what that is. Um, yeah, Randy, you'll have to. Randy's? People are asking Randy about the lens. I can shoot birds in flight and such, but the photos came out terrible with shooting 1/2000 auto ISO. I'll have to rethink that. Yeah, like I said, Randy, you're a competent photographer with telephoto lens, because shooting telephoto is a whole different skill set, right? And I know you're a competent photographer with telephotos, more so than I am. The only thing I can tell you is turn off, use silent shutter. That's the only thing I learned about using super long telephotos, because I was getting shutter shock like crazy with if I was using mechanical shutter. You'll bet the farm I'll grow to love it, huh? Okay. Well, maybe after Walter shows me how to use it. Like I said, I got into this app and I went into a menu, or I got a couple levels deep, and then I couldn't get back out to the main app where I can actually use it. Now I can't even remember what the app was for, but it's frustrating when you don't know how to navigate around. You know, it's supposed to be all intuitive, and like that's what I assumed. I wouldn't even have to think twice. I could just get in and start using it. Uh, but no dice, man. You know, like there's just some things that I don't understand. Like, how do you close all, like in Windows or Android, you can tap the button and say close all, so you know every app that was open is now closed. I don't see any way to do that on Apple. And if that's the case, that's going to piss me off. Let me tell you, because that feeds right into everything I hate about Apple from the late 80s, which is a whole nother story, which maybe some of you have heard by now if you've been following me a long time. But somebody tell me right now if there's a way to close all the apps running on that little iPad Pro, or if there's no way to do that without turning it off completely, I'm going to be seriously upset. Anyway, it's just one of those pet peeve things, you know, like there's no logical reason for it. I get that. You know, it's just one of those things that, you know, like maybe I'm a control freak and I want to say I want to close everything, and that's what I want. I don't care, you know, like you kind of get that attitude, right, about certain things. But you know, I'll learn to lighten up and maybe really learn to enjoy using it. But right now, it's just uh, I just don't have any use for it except for one thing. And I could have bought a much, much cheaper tablet to do the same thing. They had one for like I think it was $399, right? This was like $1,000. I forget exactly. But you know, about a third the cost of this thing. And it would have done what I needed to do. But when you start looking at the specs, it's like dollar for dollar, value for dollar. This was the very best value for dollar that I could get when I added everything up, looking at the processor, the memory, the camera, you know, the LiDAR. Um, when you add up all of those things, bang for buck, this was the best deal. Because I don't want to buy something and then it not perform, right? Because I need to use this with my other devices, like my DJI Osmo will work better on this, and also my I got my Insta 360 will also work better on this. Because I do have an Android tablet, but it's an older one. And it just cannot process the images coming out of those other two devices that I just mentioned. I mean, it took 30 minutes to stitch a panel together on that Android tablet. And on my cell phone, which is an old S9, it only took about a minute. Just to give you a difference between these two Android devices. So I didn't want to buy an Apple tablet that would underperform for these specific things, in addition to the frickin' Amazon app. Because I could live without using DJI Osmo and my don't buy this piece of crap, Insta360. Okay, don't buy this. But I could get by without having access to those two devices because I don't really like them anyway. But I didn't want to be limited in any way either. If I do come across a device I really like, because actually I do like my DJI Osmo, Pocket Osmo, and it struggles on my Android tablet. It works great on my Android phone, but this screen is kind of small to be doing things I want to do with that sometimes. Anyway, that's all that. Just got DxO Photolab 4 Elite. Wow, what a great program. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just use Workspace or Lightroom for myself. And Rick says, I've decided to celebrate the 24th December this year. Is Ellie shaking the camera? Go to bed. Yesterday, Magrat decided to move in with me on, oh, cool. It's even better than worrying about cancel Christmas. Yeah, that's awesome. I need Magrat. We need to swap pets one day, Rick. You can have Ellie for a few days. I'll have Magrat, then she can get rid of all the mice in my house. Rob, time to move on from your hate for Apple. Yeah. Pen pal, good to see you. You're a recent viewer to my live streams. I appreciate that, you coming in. John says, I've been using the iPad Pencil for live streaming with a Make. It works great as an interactive note-taking device for class on OBS and Mac. Wow. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I've seen like videos of people doing that stuff, writing on their tablet while they're, because I looked at a few reviews of the Apple stuff. That's how I kind of got up to speed on the tech and made my purchasing decision, right? Watched YouTube. But where did I end up buying it from? Anyway, Casper says he does most of his editing on his tablet. Okay. I need a big screen though because of my dying eyes. Even this thing is hard for me to see without wearing my glasses. And yeah. So I don't know if I could do photo editing on a tablet. It's just too small. And Robin says, I run Windows Apples on my iMac called Parallels, best of both worlds. Yeah, I've seen people talk about that. They do Windows, there's some people, like I'm just kind of a little bit, not a little, but a lot about, like, I don't want to buy Apple if I can help it. I couldn't help it in this case. But there are people that won't do Windows or Mac. They're Linux, right? And they won't touch Windows or Mac. I'm not that far gone. Meaning I'm not, it's probably not a bad way to go if you're concerned about privacy and data collection and all that stuff that all these companies do. Linux, I assume, doesn't do that, but who knows? You know, you still got to use some kind of browser which collects cookies, which ultimately somebody's collecting data somehow if you ever go online. And John Yutse says, Capture One has free version of their Express Lite app for Nikon in addition to Sony and Fuji. I'm trying it, like it so far. We'll just do Nikon RAWs, but any JPEG. Yes, I have the Fuji version because I bought a Fuji camera, but I haven't taken any pictures with my Fuji since buying the thing. So I spent too much money this year on just crap I'll never use. Where is my Fuji anyway? Yeah, it's all the way back there. Back of the bin behind my EM10 Mark II. I'd rather use my EM10 Mark II than the Fuji X-T30. And my EM10 Mark II is, you know, only works about 50%. And Peter says, hi from Maine. Lifetime question. How does Lifetime see through the 10-stop ND filter when the other settings will not? Well, Lifetime is probably using something called Live View Boost. Is on by default. So if you look at my video on Live View Boost, you should be able to get the same yeah, Live View. It's Live View Boost setting. Turn that on for the other modes, but it's on by default when you're in live time. So Live View. Yeah, it's episode number 56. Wow, an oldie but a goodie. Episode number 56 on my channel is about Live View Boost, and that should help you. If not, just ask me again later. But that's probably it. Siegfried, oh my goodness, how are you? Wow, it's awesome to see you again. I'm glad you're here. Siegfried has a great blog online for Olympus cameras, or photography in general, really, but a lot of Olympus stuff, and especially on the Pen F. I haven't looked at it recently, sadly, but yeah, Siegfried has a great blog. I know I have it bookmarked. May have gotten pushed down a little bit because it's been a while since I've been there. See what that is. Nope. This is it. Yeah. All right, I'm going to put your vlog in here. Yeah, lots of good stuff on this vlog. Your most recent article here. This one here. So let me I think this is yours, right? Yeah, the Creative Color series. Yeah, this is all you. So I'll put this link in the chat window. But I recommend everybody should check that vlog out. You know, he is really, I learned a lot from his vlog early on, and still lots to learn. If I just go back and read it, I'll learn more stuff. But definitely solid information there. And let's see. Rumble.com is a site that folks have been going to from YouTube. Oh, I never heard of that. Rumble.com. Oh, it's another video site. Interesting. I have to check that out. And Roberto says, are there channels of vloggers on Amazon? You know, not really. Most of them go on Amazon to just push a product, whether they sell their own products on Amazon, like shoes or whatever, jewelry, or potentially influencers like myself can go online. And I have one on there that's just so bad. If you want to see the worst live stream ever, you should look me up on Amazon. It was terrible. Because there's like one or two people in live on with, how many do I got here today? I don't even know. But um, you know, there was like maybe two people there, and one guy knew me and was chatting with me a little bit. But oh my God, I just sat there for an hour, and it was terrible, terrible, terrible stream. Um, oh, but now I know how it works. But that was my first one ever. I just turned the thing on. I didn't even know I was live, and I'm sitting there, you know, shuffling stuff on my desk and stuff. And then I look at everything, and it looks like I'm live, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm live. Let me talk about something. And so I did. But it was hard. It was hard. It's not like here where I can just look at this screen here, and there's like 100 messages I haven't read yet, and I can just kind of keep going down the line. On Amazon, I didn't have anybody there, so I'm just sitting there with a blank chat window, looking at the camera, trying to talk about something, right? And it's not like a video where I can, you know, do little clips and edit and cut and paste and everything back in post, right? When I make a video. When you're live, you're just sitting here looking at a camera, and it's much more engaging for me as the live host to have all of these chat messages versus, you know, having a blank screen and just having this stare at the camera, you know, like um you know what I mean? And that's what my first Amazon stream was like. My next one though, I'm gonna try and be a little more engaging, even though nobody's there. Because like I said, I had one or two viewers watching me. Probably one of them was my own app looking at the stream, right? Oh, all right. Let me try to catch up here. I'm about 20 minutes behind on the chats here. The Apple new chips use a lot less power. I believe that. I have a limited time to test the lens. If I need to return it to Amazon, we'll be leaving the house in about an hour. Awesome. Yeah, keep going, Randy. You know, do your best to get the shots on that. And if you're not getting good shots, just return it. Maybe you got a bad sample. Probably not. It's probably just not at the level of what you're used to, because you have all pro glass, which is why I'm a little surprised you bought that lens. Dave says, just be glad you're not in Oregon. It has rained solid for 24 hours, 9 out of 10. Oh, wow. Yeah, it makes landscape photography a challenge. That's true. And then Randy says, I always use silent shutter. Yep. See, you know what you're doing. I don't have to tell you anything. Um, and Satoshi says, is asking, you need to learn the screen gestures, 3-finger pinch, minimize screen, then ship app to close. Yeah, Walter's got to help me out with that. I mean, I kind of got the pinch, zoom, minimize, go back to the home screen. But when I'm a couple levels deep in the app, I don't know how to get back, like hitting an escape key, you know? I'm lost a little bit. And Peter says, yes, I'm new to ND filters, but I set up the shot in manual. I can't see anything, but when I switch to lifetime, I can. Yeah, it's definitely the live view boost, Peter. I know we were talking about that 15 minutes ago. Um, there's got to be a hot for that option. Not sure. And Logan, hello. And Rick says, I used an Apple computer to write script for James Mason. I was quite pleased with it, but oh boy, James Mason took it to another level. It shows why these famous actors are respected. I have no idea who James Mason is. let me, James Mason. Oh, he looks familiar. Oh, okay. Yeah, when you see the older picture of him, you recognize him. This one, this guy. Yeah, I've seen him before. I don't know in what. It's a little bit. Yeah, see, like this picture I recognize. I don't know what that's from, but these movies are a little bit before my time. So, wow, okay. Um, Google is your friend. Close all apps, swipe up. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, David. I will check that out. Dave Nelson says there's a menu that you can go to display any app. I think I'll check where it is. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'll learn my way around this iPad. I just I just don't want to is part of the problem. And John Yusei says I don't like to tap or swipe. Fingerprints get on the screen. Yeah. Yeah, my new keyboard has a little mouse pad on it, and the iPad also takes pretty good photos. Yes. I haven't taken a single picture with it, yes, but I've seen a lot of photos taken with the iPad and iPhone, etc. In art school, if you did not have an Apple and Canon camera, you were sub-citizen. Yeah. And Steven says, been told it's Control Q should close all. Okay. And if you right clip on the open app, wow, everybody's got tips here. I'm sorry. I'm so late now. And Rick says, I went to art school and didn't have an Apple, but hey, that's was in the day before PC was invented. Yeah. And on iPad Pro, swipe up from the bottom of the screen to the middle, swipe right or left to scroll through recently used apps and find the app you're looking to close. That's similar to Android, but if you want to close them all at the same time rather than individually, because I had like so many apps open. You know, I was trying things out and then I deleted things off the home screen, but now I can't find the app. I'm like, why? Why? If you delete it off the home page, where does it go? It's stressing me. And yes, I fixed the stream. I set it for 11 a.m., which is a little bit late. But I need a break in between to make a phone call. I might have to cancel the stream. Um, and it's thought to be son, the new iPads can output to monitor and use iPad as a pen input. Can it be used on a Win? I don't have a Mac computer. I would assume that's Mac only. But if it works on Windows, that would be kind of cool. But I already have a touchscreen tablet for my Windows computer. Um, you won't get your reminder message for at least another hour. And Mike Ham, hey Mike, how are you? My Drobo died, and I need a new NAS. Anyone got a favorite? I'm looking at another Drobo or Synology. Yeah, that's a little beyond me. I don't use a NAS at all. Uh, Sorry, Mike. Not much help this week, but thanks so much for your donation last week. I really appreciate that. And that is the best way. I meant to email you back. I haven't had a chance. Um, but yeah, if you want to make a donation, the best way is through the PayPal link. Um, and then the second best way is buy me a coffee. Then the very last way to do it is through the super chats on Google. But you know, anything helps, right? Um, and you should have an end of year stream auction. Oh, wow. I don't know. Yeah, sell all my crap. I do not see the blog link. I pasted it, David. Just email me if you still don't have it. If anybody wants that link and they can't see it, just email me, but it's myolympusomd.blogspot.com. I'll paste it one more time here. Oops. Oh, what the heck? There we go. That's the link for the OMD. Rick says, I'm eating mince pieces. And and Nature says, at my cam, just ordered a TerraMaster enclosure with 3.1 USB out, which will be linked to my Thunderbolt 2 and X2 WD Gold 6 terabyte drives. Wow, you guys are hardcore, man. I have a few exciting things coming, a new two-step enclosure technique, and hopefully my first video to discuss. Oh, that would be awesome, Siegfried. Definitely let me know if you post a video. I'll put a link to it here and definitely promote whatever you have, because everything you do is awesome. And you can drink coffee together. Yes. Never heard or seen of an Amazon stream. Yes. It's been out for almost a year, I think, maybe longer, but for the longest time, they only had that Apple app, and they still do. Now that I bought an Apple product, they're probably going to have an Android app. It's going to just piss me off, but anyway. Then Rick says, how come you've got not a Christmas backdrop on this live stream? I just don't have one. The Siegfried says, no, Dave, planning on a small scale. Thing is, I'm not as good looking as Rob. Trust me. Maybe I'm just too self-conscious, but I could have started YouTube years and years ago, right? Whenever back YouTube started. And I just said, you know, I don't have the looks for YouTube. And that, you know, after a certain age, you don't care about how you look anymore. You know, you just screw it. So yeah, I'm very vain. Sadly to say, I used to be very vain. Hi, baby. Now I just I don't give two hoots about what I look like anymore. I mean, I try to dress nice, wear a collared shirt, you know, for the streams, put on a fancy watch maybe, but as far as worrying about these bags under my eyes or any kind of crow's feet or this gray hair and, you know, are my nails clean, you know, all that, yeah, you just, after a while, you just don't give a crap anymore. But I try to at least dress decent and comb my hair. You know, have a little respect for your viewers, right? That you didn't just roll out of bed and turn on the computer, which is literally what it's like sometimes. But at least before I start a stream, I put on a clean shirt, comb my hair, you know, brush my teeth, all that stuff. Just out of respect for my viewers, not because I really care what people think about how I look, but years and years ago, like in the late 2000s, back when YouTube was kind of new, I was very self-conscious, and I was very fit too. Man, I was in really good shape back then. But anyway, now I'm rambling. I'm gonna get behind on the chat again. uh, let's see, Rob, you could change your background to something Christmas like the skyscraper from Die Hard. Yeah, that would be cool, Phil. That would be cool. You have to be kind of careful though. Using copyrighted stuff is the only problem. That's why I switch to this backdrop most of the time. And 1950s actor. Oh, we're going back to James Mason. Yeah, that was a while ago. Let's see. I wonder if Home Alone house is available for a green screen. I have to look around. I mean, I'm going to stream at least one more time before, I got Tuesday stream and Tuesday stream, and I might stream Thursday, which is Christmas Eve. That would be a good time to have uh, a Christmas backdrop, right? So I have two more streams. I'll have to give some thought. Anyone remember electrosonic photography? No. That's what I wrote the James Mason script for, early days of digital. 83 people. Wow, there's 83 people here? Wow. I can't see what my viewer count is. I closed my live stream window a while ago by mistake. Let's see. If there's more than 50 people here, I'll stay on for another 5 minutes or however long. Wow, there is a lot of people here. Holy crap. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. I don't even know if we talked about photography yet, have we? Tech avoidance. As you get older, you just do not want to go through the learning curve one more time. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Good morning, Adam. Good to see you. And then Cliff Dweller says, Apple has been shutting out independent repair shops by making proprietary parts. It kills U.S. jobs while still supporting $4 a day wages. Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know anything about it, but uh, that has nothing to do with why I don't like Apple. Just it's a whole different thing from the 80s that I had a problem with. And Chuck says, Synology is complex compared to Drobo. I have both. Okay. So that's for Mike Ham. Oh, you got the message. It's good. And John Matthews says, just read that Get Olympus website will be down for 2 weeks due to transfer. Probably, yeah. The link is still not appearing. I wonder why. I'm going to paste it one more time. I'm just going to type it. My Olympus omd.blogspot.com. I misspelled it. That should do it. You'll have to type it out. Maybe because I made it a link, it's not showing, but also using an EM1.3 in my new 17 1.2 lens, I tried in-camera focus stacking last evening, but the option was grayed out. Is that a limitation of the lens? Yes. Make sure you have the latest firmware. But if it's grayed out, if in-camera focus stacking is grayed out, that's not a compatible lens for Atom. Yeah, bracketing works fine. Yep. But sometimes there'll be a firmware update that'll make it compatible. I'm so afraid of having me on camera. Don't sweat it. And David Crook says, I found the link. And Rob is a victim of his own popularity. There's no way he can keep up with all the comments anymore. Let the mob keep growing. Yeah. And then robtrek says, I just emailed you a picture of zonked. Oh, okay, cool. And the shaking wood wall. Yeah, that's probably Ellie knocking the camera from earlier. And Dave says, hey, I like the idea of an animated green screen background. I do have one animated screen. It's pretty cool, actually. Let's see. See if it shows up here or not. Mm, no. I don't know where it went. Corel, no. ES. Textures. Branding. Ellie. Oh, here it is. Stock. I like this one. Where is it? Is it this? Yeah, this one's pretty good. Oh, how come it's not playing? Browser. We'll call this media special. And yeah, this one is pretty good. Ah, too high up. There we go. My disco lights. Oh, all right. That's 5 minutes of our life we won't get back, right? And what toothpaste do you use, Rob? Ultra Bright and Crest. Whatever is on sale. And let's see. Oh, hey Marcia, how are you? Good to see you. I'm glad you could make it today. And I just bought a 3-year extended warranty before OM. Dang it, the thing skipped on me. Uh, there it is. Sought to be signed. 3-year extended warranty before OM moves to GAIP. You should be cool. You should be fine. I think they were talking about they're going to honor all of that. The only challenge is, depending where you are in the world, the service center may not be as close as it used to be. I'm not sure why I am able to post a link. Okay, I'm not. Yeah, I don't think like viewers can post links, but I should be able to. I don't know why it's not showing. But it's my olympus omd.blogspot.com. Yeah, viewers cannot post a link. Hey Samir, how are you? Um, Barana, good to see you. Any thoughts about the Pen F2? Uh, the last the last thing I heard was somebody interviewed somebody at JIP or Olympus, whoever's part of that transition. And the Pen F2 was the person interviewing asked about the Pen F2, and they didn't flat out deny it, which is the best we can hope for right now. And the other statement is that JIP is planning to focus on higher end cameras and also on video. And the Pen F2 would certainly qualify as a higher end camera. So I would say I'm cautiously optimistic that a Pen F2 will come out, but that's as far as I can take it from there. And let's see. robtrek, I want to stop frame animation of you going around the tree in the backyard. Oh, I don't know where that is right now. That's buried deep though. Um, let's see. This is a good video for the new Olympus 150 to 400 lens. See if that comes up. I like this one. um, just managed to get my blue backdrop and keyed working out in Final Cut Pro. Never mind doing the live stream. Oh, okay. That's easy. Once once you've do it a couple of times, it's actually really easy. It's just a matter of being on time for me. We could send Christmas pics for your background. Oh, I have some. I just haven't put any up. I'm sure well, let me rephrase. I'm sure I have some. I just need to find them and put them up. And Rick says, oh no, I hope robtrek doesn't go into his jive dance with the disco lights. All right, 10:42. Oh, I'm all caught up. All right. You're a Colgate guy. Yeah, Colgate is good. And Adam Farr says, oh yes, Pen F2 and all I want of silver parts to be actual metal, not plastic. Yeah, hopefully they don't do that. Your background makes me dizz. And you're being censored for posting the link. I'm not doing it. I think it's an automatic thing. Actually, what if I do... I can make you a moderator. How's that? Okay, David Crooks, you're now a moderator, so see if you can post links now. I don't know. All these bucks going to belong to you. No, this is all the money I spent. Ugh. Let me get rid of this. It's making me dizzy. This is a fun one too. I was using these for something. I can't remember now. Where's my stars? I like this one. This one is good. It's all about the Benjamins. That's right. And Lynn is here. Lynn Key, hi. This is Linda from Green Spring. Hello, Linda. Green Spring. Where is Green Spring? Is this the Linda that's local to us here in Virginia? And Marsha has two questions. Does Lightroom process videos and does it compress video upon exporting? You can process in Lightroom, but it's not ideal. You know, it's very, very limited. And when you export, yeah, it compresses everything. I've only done it once, and I said this sucks, and never did it again. There's much better tools online to use. Even Windows has its own. I don't know what computer you're using, but Windows has its own video editor built in. You don't have to use Lightroom. I haven't tried it in over a year. Maybe it's improved since I last used it, but what you can edit in Lightroom is very, very limited. So I don't recommend it. You know, DaVinci Resolve is much better. Or even, yeah, I would use DaVinci Resolve or something, which is free. So use Marsha used Windows 10. So yeah, definitely it exports it compressed also. And I don't think you have any control over the output format either. But like I said, I've only done it once and it was painfully slow because Lightroom's not optimized for exporting in video. Oh, so it says, finally, YouTube did not like Blogspot, and you know it should be one word. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why. GNS Kate, hello. GNS Skate. maybe. Adam Favre's or pay for Premiere Elements, non-subscription. Yeah, Premiere Elements is good. You can get Photoshop Elements with Premiere Elements right now for like $99 combined. And those are both great. But yeah, Marcia, look into DaVinci Resolve. They have a free version, and that's what I use, and it works great for editing. I mean, the learning curve is a little steep because you're already familiar with Lightroom, the sliders and things, right? It's very different working with a video editor, but that's the right way to do it. Oh, okay, great, Linda. I'm glad you could be here. And Adam Favre says, it is easier. Adam Favre, I'm sorry. I keep saying Adam Favre. It's Adam Favre. What are you trying to say, though, Adam? It is easier. Yeah, definitely. But if you don't want to pay anything, DaVinci Resolve is about as powerful as it gets without paying for anything, and reliable. And Samir, I'm sorry, I almost missed your question here. Maybe you can help me with how can I turn off the shutter clicking, turn off, okay, I think you mean turn off the shutter clicking or sound in my Pen F. My M1 Mark II is anti-shock mode, and this haven't been beeping sound when I click the shutter button. Yeah, you would just go into silent mode. My M1 Mark II is in anti-shock mode, and this haven't beeped. Oh, so the beeping sound is the autofocus confirmation, but you have to go into silent mode, basically, which is, but if you want the mechanical shutter, I got no battery. Uh, let's see. So go in the menu, display, sound. Turn off. So look in menu D. Hopefully you can see this. Let's see. Yeah, right here. Oh, it's upside down. But yeah, menu D, and then you can turn the sound on and off. See if that works. And then I don't have an autofocus lens on here. Let me try. Yeah, that works. Oh, I'm in silent mode. Hold on. Let me turn it back to mechanical shutter. Yep, that did it. So now when I focus, it doesn't have that beep sound, but I have mechanical shutter. So I'm good. That should work. Okay. And let's see. Nature with music. I now use Affinity Workspace and Topaz. Yep. All good stuff. OpenShot Video Editor is an interesting video alternative. Yeah, there's lots of free ones out there. DaVinci was the only one that was stable for me. I tried downloading a lot of different free ones and it kept crashing on me. Walter, hey Walter, how are you? I'm just about to wrap up here. And let's see. It's actually favored, like do me a favor. Okay, thank you. Adam Favor. Okay, I will remember that from now on. I always like to get people's names right the best I can. And then Lynn is asking, do you know if there's a app for FaceTime with Android? There is not. Android uses, I think, they keep changing it, but like Google Hangouts, Google Meet, they have another one they have came out. I can't think of what it's called, but they also have to be Google users, Android users for you to connect. I don't know if there's a way to connect to Apple FaceTime from an Android device or not. I don't think there is. Yeah, we missed Linda at breakfast after Huntley Meadows. Oh, really? Guys, I have to go. All right, Siegfried, we'll see you later. Thanks for coming in. And that's the way I disable sound. Okay, Logan's confirming that's how he disables the sound in the camera as well. Lars, oh my goodness, Lars, how are you? I couldn't help it, but I bought a Pen F again. I once sold, I regret. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that in another comment, I think, on one of my videos. Or maybe it was another live stream. I can't remember now. Brett Favre was famous for, so we go with that pronunciation. That makes sense. And then Ron has a question about the Pen F. When I have pressed the shutter button, is there a noise or sound inside the camera chamber? Not in silent mode, but if you're using mechanical shutter, you'll hear the mechanical shutter sound. Rick says, I must remember to watch all of Walter Rose's tutorials on Capture One. I'm still learning how it works. You've done a great job, Walter. Thanks. Oh, good. And Lynn Key, no, try Skype. Yeah. Google Zoom. Yeah, there's lots of apps out there. I've been using Google Hangouts time to time, but I think they said that's going away, or it's always changing on Google. It's never the same. Uh, yeah, 7-minute warning. Okay. Yeah, I should go. I got another stream I need to go to, so um dang it, I have to open up the live stream again to close it. Because I need to make a phone call and then I'll have to see if I can do the stream or not. But man, there's so many people here. I really appreciate it. You taking your time out of your day to spend it with me. It's always a pleasure for me, the highlight of my day. Thanks for everyone for being here. I'm sorry if I missed any questions, but if I don't see you again, you guys have a great holiday. But I should be back on Tuesday and Thursday this week. Thanks again for watching.